I appreciate you, Nate, so much. My name is Dave Glazer. I own Fit Life Champions, and my purpose in creating my business, I didn't know it at the time, but is to leave a legacy in fitness and nutrition. And like Nate said, I do that as a fitness and yoga studio owner, where we specialize in women 25 to 40 that have a history of trauma, that want to become stronger physically, mentally, and emotionally. Examples of trauma can include divorce, breakups, childbirth, child rearing. Raising children is very stressful. A big move, an accident, any type of stress in their life can be categorized as our ideal client. A little bit about me. I graduated from Metro State in 2011. I've been running my, yes, Metro State grad, awesome. I've been running my business for just over 5 years. My mom was my first client. She asked me to meet her once a week and help her stay in shape at 60 years old. She just turned 65 last week, and since the beginning of the year, she's down 3.5% body fat. So over the course of 5 years, things can change. Our path goes up and our path goes down over that course of that time. And no matter where they're at in their journey, we serve women through fitness and nutrition so that they can reach that current goal, whether that changes from their initial goal to where they want to go from now. What do I mean by become stronger? Yes, the physical strength is very important to our ideal client. They want to feel their best when they go out into their workday or into their family life, and physical strength helps them do that. But the byproduct of that is mental and emotional strength. So when we create stress on the physical body, it increases beneficial hormones in our body so that it regulates our stress and it helps us feel better about ourselves as well. And that's where the mental strength comes to play for our ideal client. They want to show up to be their best. They're oftentimes business owners. They're in executive levels of their career, and they're really the leader in their family. That is our ideal client, somebody who's very strong personality, very strong-willed, very goal-oriented, and that goal comes down to about an average of 15 to 20 pounds in weight loss. But what they're seeking is a plan and an accountability system, which is where our personal training staff comes in, as well as our online training programs that hold our clients accountable so that they can get their 3 to 4 days per week workouts in without a coach standing there next to them. I'd like to share a story. This is my client, Diane. She comes to me and she says, Dave, the gym is not the problem. I work out about 4 to 5 days a week, but unfortunately I've hit a plateau. And we initially started our discussion around nutrition. She was very curious about the meal prep that I was doing and very curious about the things I would share on social media. And she says, Dave, while we're talking about nutrition, let's talk about a workout program as well. I work nights, I'm a nurse, I have a high stress environment, and I have unexplainable tachycardia. So that's where our heart rate jumps up to over 200 beats per minute for no good reason. What we determined eventually is that anxiety from her work life and her personal life was causing this heart rate to increase. She begins with me and she says, the best fit program for me is a hybrid program. I'll come see you once a week in person, and then I'll do 3 workouts on my own. And that gives us great accountability over time because I can tell whether or not she's doing the work on her own, both in the results that we take with circumference and skin fold measurements, but also out of her performance. How is she learning the exercises? Is she getting better over time? Because we slowly progress our clients to help them reach their goals. And over 8.5 months, she dropped 15 pounds total, 8.5% body fat. And if you notice the picture, that looks like a whole lot more than 15 pounds weight loss. It's because the body composition changed. And that's the number that we like to focus on because very numbers oriented, very quantitative data. But when we record that body composition, it's the truest test for us to see progress. What I didn't know at the beginning of her journey with me is that she had contemplated suicide. By the time she was done with me 8.5 months later, she took a 2-month sabbatical from work. She worked with a cardiologist to help regulate her heart rate, so she no longer had the unexplained tachycardia. And she ended up in a very healthy relationship. They're engaged now. Congratulations, just this past month. We're so happy for the progress that Diane made in such a short amount of time. Alana comes to me and she says, Dave, I need a jump start. I'm getting married in about 6 months and I want to look and feel my best. So Alana chose the best fit program for her was completely online. She comes to me for a consultation. We sit down, we talk for about an hour, and she says, I can get myself to the gym. What I need is a very, very good plan that works. So we do full body workouts 3 days a week in under an hour. She got to choose the gym that she worked out at, and then she could do anything else that she wanted on her own. She was working in combination with a nutritionist, which is a passion of ours, but not our area of expertise. She actually had hypoglycemia, which is outside my scope of practice. So we worked in conjunction with her nutritionist to help her reach these goals. By the time this is after 4 months, by the time her wedding came around, 20 pounds weight loss, a few extra inches beyond the 30 inches total weight, circumference lost, and I got the invite to the wedding. It's one of the best rewards I can have from a client that says, Dave, thank you so very much for the journey that you helped me in the last 6 months, year, 2 years. Here's an invitation to a family event, whether it's a kid's birthday, wedding, family event. We really become a part of their journey. I'd like to open it up to questions for the last few seconds of our presentation.
Say your ideal client is females 25 to 40. Do you limit it to that, or do you accept clients outside of that as well?
That's a great question, and that's the most frequent question that I get asked. This ideal client is who I'm most passionate about working with. The 3 or 4 teammates that we have in our studio that work with me, they each have their own passion as well. Mackenzie's very passionate about working with athletes, anywhere from 18 to 45. Her ideal client is male, coming back from an injury. Jess is a certified yoga instructor, so that's her passion, as well as the same age range, just a little bit different type of a woman. Not necessarily a weight loss client, but that emotional, mental, and physical strength that they're looking for. Thank you.